disappointed.
As it happened, it turned out to be an absolutely dreadful production, which I was thoroughly ashamed of, and which I got out of as soon as I could. And I put the entire blame for that on the director and the company who did that play.
This year, he's taken on a role which he almost ended up playing many times earlier in films, and yet missed the opportunity.
I kept telling you not to sacrifice your life on the altar
Mahatma
of
versus
evil.
Gandhi, inspired by a Gujarati novel, is an actual account of events based on letters written by Mahatma Gandhi and his son Harilal Gandhi.
As far as I am concerned, Bapu,
The play explores the anguish of a father and his troubled relationship with his son.
Do you think I'll be partial to Saranam?
A Mahatma with feelings, emotions, and fears, caught between his responsibilities as a nation builder and as a father who sees his son going his own way.
each one of us has to find the stream that can quench.
In many ways, Gandhi has written many of his letters that he thought he was one of his bravest sons, because he stood up for his own, whatever he wanted to, whatever he believed, he stood up to that. And for both of them, it would have been very easy for Mahatma Gandhi to have been any ordinary father, and for him to have towed the line like the other sons. But both of them stood up on their own. So they had this relationship of intense respect for each other, and yet at the same time, they were poles apart in what their search was in life.
We gather for prayers, we become one with nature. We live the simple and happy life of farmers.
Fortunately, he is still practicing.
In portraying the human side of the Mahatma, Nasir is relying on his gut feel and imagination, rather than any method.
It is a fallacy that expensive luxuries are good for health. Take sugar, it is expensive and it is harmful.
An actor goes basically by instinct. Now, that is not to negate the importance of research and the fact that one, if playing a historical character, must know all the facts and more than the facts as well. But basically, you go by your instinct and you go by your imagination. And you try to discover within yourself the potential of being a person like Gandhi or someone as great as that.
Mahadev, this is not a question of Muslims or of Islam. This is nothing but Harilal going astray, and there are no...
More importantly, the actor is trying to remove his recognizable acting habits to add freshness to his style.
I do not wish to hide my sorrow, but at the same time, I want to clarify that I do not feel bad because Harilal has embraced Islam.
If I could manage to roughly resemble him and manage to communicate a sense of truth and a conviction in what he's saying, I thought the battle would be won. If I could manage to restrain myself from my own acting reflexes so that those things about my acting which are highly recognizable are not there, that is the first step.
The lack of devotion, the unfocused minds...
The play, which has already been staged in Hindi, Gujarati and Marathi, is being performed in English for the first time in the country.
How are we to train
Mahatma versus Gandhi opens at Delhi's Habitat Center this week and will travel to other metros.
Now imagine a soldier leaving for the front. Of course, he will carry his gun and some ammunition, but what if he decides to carry along provisions for 3 months?
That is all we have for you this week, and from Uma Gajapati Raju and all of us in India This Week team, a Merry Christmas and season's greetings.
This program was brought to you by Siemens Limited, Besta Vision, Liberty Shoes, VDIS 97 and Anubhav Group.